शिवशक्तिसमारम्भां भास्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मच्छ्रीनाथपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। श्रीनाथादिगुरुत्रयं गणपतिं पीठत्रयं भैरवं सिद्धौघं वटुकत्रयं पदयुगं दूतीक्रमं मण्डलम् वीराङ्ग्यष्टचतुष्कषष्टिनवकं वीरावळी पञ्चकं श्रीमन्मालिनी मन्त्रराजसहितं वन्दे गुरोर्मण्डलम्। श्रीविमर्शानन्दनाथं सत्याम्बासहितं गुरुं हृत्पद्मकर्णिका मध्ये भावयेत् सर्वसिद्धये। श्रीभासुरानन्दनाथाय नमः। श्रीभास्करराय गुरुमण्डलाय नमः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्।
Namaste. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Shri Matre Namaha. Welcome to the week 1, day 3 of Soundaryalahari Sādhana. We will learn the 5th and the 6th verse today. We will start with learning the pronunciation of the 5th verse now.
haristvāmārādhya
haristvāmārādhya haristvāmārādhya
praṇatajanasaubhāgyajananīṃ
प्रणतजनसौभाग्यजननीं प्रणतजनसौभाग्यजननीं
haristvāmārādhya praṇatajanasaubhāgyajananīṃ
हरिस्त्वामाराध्य प्रणतजनसौभाग्यजननीं हरिस्त्वामाराध्य प्रणतजनसौभाग्यजननीं
purā nārī bhūtvā
पुरा नारी भूत्वा पुरा नारी भूत्वा
puraripumapi kṣobhamanayat
पुररिपुमपि kṣobhamanayat पुररिपुमपि kṣobhamanayat
purā nārī bhūtvā puraripumapi kṣobhamanayat
पुरा नारी भूत्वा पुररिपुमपि kṣobhamanayat पुरा नारी भूत्वा पुररिपुमपि kṣobhamanayat
smaro'pi tvāṃ natvā
स्मरोऽपि त्वां नत्वा स्मरोऽपि त्वां नत्वा
ratinayanalehyena vapuṣā
रतिनयनलेह्येन वपुषा रतिनयनलेह्येन वपुषा
smaro'pi tvāṃ natvā ratinayanalehyena vapuṣā
स्मरोऽपि त्वां नत्वा रतिनयनलेह्येन वपुषा स्मरोऽपि त्वां नत्वा रतिनयनलेह्येन वपुषा
munīnāmapyantaḥ prabhavati
मुनीनामप्यन्तः प्रभवति मुनीनामप्यन्तः प्रभवति
hi mohāya mahatām
हि मोहाय महताम् हि मोहाय महताम्
munīnāmapyantaḥ prabhavati hi mohāya mahatām
मुनीनामप्यन्तः प्रभवति हि मोहाय महताम् मुनीनामप्यन्तः प्रभवति हि मोहाय महताम्. So we will now recite all the 4 lines of the 5th verse together. हरिस्त्वामाराध्य प्रणतजनसौभाग्यजननीं पुरा नारी भूत्वा पुररिपुमपि kṣobhamanayat स्मरोऽपि त्वां नत्वा रतिनयनलेह्येन वपुषा मुनीनामप्यन्तः प्रभवति हि मोहाय महताम्. हरिस्त्वामाराध्य प्रणतजनसौभाग्यजननीं पुरा नारी भूत्वा
पुररिपुमपि क्षोभमनयत् स्मरोऽपि त्वां नत्वा रतिनयनलेह्येन वपुषा मुनीनामप्यन्तः प्रभवति हि मोहाय महताम्.
So we just now learned the pronunciation part of verse number 5. We will now listen to Priya, Parmesh, Mahinta and Karthik to learn the musical rendition of the 5th verse.
haristvāmārādhya praṇatajanasaubhāgyajananīṃ haristvāmārādhya praṇatajanasaubhāgyajananīṃ
haristvāmārādhya praṇatajanasaubhāgyajananīṃ haristvāmārādhya praṇatajanasaubhāgyajananīṃ
purā nārī bhūtvā puraripumapi kṣobhamanayat purā nārī bhūtvā puraripumapi kṣobhamanayat
purā nārī bhūtvā puraripumapi kṣobhamanayat purā nārī bhūtvā puraripumapi kṣobhamanayat
haristvāmārādhya praṇatajanasaubhāgyajananīṃ purā nārī bhūtvā puraripumapi kṣobhamanayat haristvāmārādhya praṇatajanasaubhāgyajananīṃ purā nārī bhūtvā puraripumapi kṣobhamanayat
haristvāmārādhya praṇatajanasaubhāgyajananīṃ purā nārī bhūtvā puraripumapi kṣobhamanayat haristvāmārādhya praṇatajanasaubhāgyajananīṃ purā nārī bhūtvā puraripumapi kṣobhamanayat
smaro'pi tvāṃ natvā ratinayanalehyena vapuṣā smaro'pi tvāṃ natvā ratinayanalehyena vapuṣā
smaro'pi tvāṃ natvā ratinayanalehyena vapuṣā smaro'pi tvāṃ natvā ratinayanalehyena vapuṣā
munīnāmapyantaḥ prabhavati mohāya mahatām munīnāmapyantaḥ prabhavati mohāya mahatām
munīnāmapyantaḥ prabhavati mohāya mahatām munīnāmapyantaḥ prabhavati mohāya mahatām
smaro'pi tvāṃ natvā ratinayanalehyena vapuṣā munīnāmapyantaḥ prabhavati mohāya mahatām smaro'pi tvāṃ natvā ratinayanalehyena vapuṣā munīnāmapyantaḥ prabhavati mohāya mahatām
smaro'pi tvāṃ natvā ratinayanalehyena vapuṣā munīnāmapyantaḥ prabhavati mohāya mahatām smaro'pi tvāṃ natvā ratinayanalehyena vapuṣā munīnāmapyantaḥ prabhavati mohāya mahatām
haristvāmārādhya praṇatajanasaubhāgyajananīṃ पुरा नारी भूत्वा पुररिपुमपि क्षोभमनयत् स्मरोऽपि त्वां नत्वा रतिनयनलेह्येन वपुषा मुनीनामप्यन्तः प्रभवति हि मोहाय महताम् हरिस्त्वामाराध्य प्रणतजनसौभाग्यजननीम् पुरा नारी भूत्वा पुररिपुमपि क्षोभमनयत् स्मरोऽपि त्वां नत्वा रतिनयनलेह्येन वपुषा मुनीनामप्यन्तः प्रभवति हि मोहाय महताम्
हरिस्त्वामाराध्य प्रणतजनसौभाग्यजननीम् पुरा नारी भूत्वा पुररिपुमपि क्षोभमनयत् स्मरोऽपि त्वां नत्वा रतिनयनलेह्येन वपुषा मुनीनामप्यन्तः प्रभवति हि मोहाय महताम् हरिस्त्वामाराध्य प्रणतजनसौभाग्यजननीम् पुरा नारी भूत्वा पुररिपुमपि क्षोभमनयत् स्मरोऽपि त्वां नत्वा रतिनयनलेह्येन वपुषा मुनीनामप्यन्तः प्रभवति हि मोहाय महताम्.
Let's see a brief meaning of 5th verse. This verse continues to list out the powers of Shakti. Last verse we saw she could give Abhaya and Vara, fearlessness and boons. We mentioned that Kamakala mantra was hidden in the 4th verse. We will see that this concept of Kamakala is elaborated in the 5th and 6th verse. There are 12 important upasakas of Devi: Maheshwara, Madhava, Brahma, Manmata, Skanda, Nandikeshwara, Indra, Manu, Chandra, Kubera, Agastya and Durvasa. Because of worshipping Devi, with her blessing, Vishnu received the power to transform himself into a woman as Mohini and was able to attract even the Puraripu, that is Maheshwara, who is always in the state of yogic penance.
Here we have to remember a Puranic story. Puraripu means Lord Shiva. kṣobhamanayat means a person gripped with passion. Kṣobham means passion. kṣobhamanayat means a person gripped with passion. Here, Shiva, who is normally in a yogic state, gets attracted to Lord Vishnu when Lord Vishnu assumed the form of Mohini. Shakti, Devi, she always accomplishes everything through different gods. The attraction that Mohini was able to create was due to the Sammohana Shakti bestowed upon her by the Devi. Devi can be known only through her qualities, her attributes. Devas prayed to the Adi Shakti through 23 different attributes of Devi, which we all know as the Devi Suktam. We are all aware of Devi Suktam through the Devi Mahatmyam. For example, she is invoked as Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Buddhi Rupena Samsthita Namastasye 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Nidra Rupena Samsthita Namastasye 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 Namo Namaha. Then Shakti Rupena, Matra Rupena, and so on. This is why wherever we see the Sammohana Shakti, we don't actually have to have Devi in her physical form in front of us. Wherever we see the Sammohana Shakti or the force of attraction, we should feel her presence there. Also, Manmatha, although has no physical body, He got the personality not only to attract Rati, his wife, but also to attract great rishis. Rishis and tapasvis who survived on leaves and water could not escape from the clutch of Manmatha. Both Mahavishnu in the form of Mohini and Kamadeva or Manmatha got the power of attraction and the ability to stir passion only because they worshipped Devi.
The experience of attraction is what is keeping this universe running. The force of attraction can be between a man and a woman, between siblings, between family members, and simple thing as an ant getting attracted to sugar. From a scientific point of view, even the gravitational pull of earth is also Devi's Sammogana Shakti. This passion of attraction pervades through every life in this universe and has to be understood in its entirety. Ratinayanalehyena vapuṣā. After Manmatha gets his life back, he finds he has lost his body, and Rati, his wife, is filled with sorrow for not being able to see him physically. She prays to Devi, and then Devi blesses Manmatha to be seen in his physical form only through Rati's eyes. To illustrate this, Lalita Sahasrama also mentions the Nama Haranetragni Santagdha Kama Sanjeevanaushadhihi. Devi's blessings become the Sanjeevani medicine for Kamadeva. In summary, worship of Shakti bestows upon a worshipper the Sammogana Shakti, the power of attracting others.
Now let's move on to meditating on Devi by learning to chant the 6th verse.
dhanuḥ pauṣpaṃ
dhanuḥ pauṣpaṃ dhanuḥ pauṣpaṃ
maurvī madhukaramayi
maurvī madhukaramayi maurvī madhukaramayi
pañcavishikhaः
pañcavishikhaः pañcavishikhaः
dhanuḥ pauṣpaṃ maurvī madhukaramayi pañcavishikhaः
dhanuḥ pauṣpaṃ maurvī madhukaramayi pañcavishikhaः dhanuḥ pauṣpaṃ maurvī madhukaramayi pañcavishikhaः
vasantas samanto
vasantas samanto vasantas samanto
मलयमरुदायो धनरथः
मलयमरुदायो धनरथः मलयमरुदायो धनरथः
वसन्तः सामन्तो मलयमरुदायो धनरथः
वसन्तः सामन्तो मलयमरुदायो धनरथः वसन्तः सामन्तो मलयमरुदायो धनरथः
तथाप्येकः सर्वं
तथाप्येकः सर्वं तथाप्येकः सर्वं
हिमगिरिसुते कामपि कृपाम्
हिमगिरिसुते कामपि कृपां हिमगिरिसुते कामपि कृपां
तथाप्येकः सर्वं हिमगिरिसुते कामपि तथाप्येकः सर्वं हिमगिरिसुते कामपि कृपाम्
तथाप्येकः सर्वं हिमगिरिसुते कामपि कृपां तथाप्येकः सर्वं हिमगिरिसुते कामपि कृपाम्
अपाङ्गात्ते लब्ध्वा
अपाङ्गात्ते लब्ध्वा अपाङ्गात्ते लब्ध्वा
जगदिदमनङ्गो विजयते
जगदिदमनङ्गो विजयते जगदिदमनङ्गो विजयते
अपाङ्गात्ते लब्ध्वा जगदिदमनङ्गो विजयते
अपाङ्गात्ते लब्ध्वा जगदिदमनङ्गो विजयते अपाङ्गात्ते लब्ध्वा जगदिदमनङ्गो विजयते. Now we will recite all the 4 lines of the 6th verse together. dhanuḥ pauṣpaṃ maurvī madhukaramayi pañcavishikhaः vasantas samanto malayamarudayo dhanarathah tathāpyekas sarvam himagirisute kāmapi kripāṃ apāṅgātte labdhvā jagadida-manaṅgo vijayate. dhanuḥ pauṣpaṃ maurvī madhukaramayi pañcavishikhaः vasantas samanto malayamarudayo dhanarathah tathāpyekas sarvam himagirisute kāmapi kripāṃ apāṅgātte labdhvā jagadida-manaṅgo vijayate. So now we will listen to Priya, Paramesh, Mahinta and Karthik to learn the rendition part of the 6th verse.
धनुः पौष्पं मौर्वी मधुकरमयी पञ्चविशिखाः धनुः पौष्पं मौर्वी मधुकरमयी पञ्चविशिखाः
धनुः पौष्पं मौर्वी मधुकरमयी पञ्चविशिखाः धनुः पौष्पं मौर्वी मधुकरमयी पञ्चविशिखाः
वसन्तः सामन्तो मलयमरुदायो धनरथः वसन्तः सामन्तो मलयमरुदायो धनरथः
वसन्तः सामन्तो मलयमरुदायो धनरथः वसन्तः सामन्तो मलयमरुदायो धनरथः
धनुः पौष्पं मौर्वी मधुकरमयी पञ्चविशिखाः वसन्तः सामन्तो मलयमरुदायो धनरथः धनुः पौष्पं मौर्वी मधुकरमयी पञ्चविशिखाः वसन्तः सामन्तो मलयमरुदायो धनरथः
धनुः पौष्पं मौर्वी मधुकरमयी पञ्चविशिखाः वसन्तः सामन्तो मलयमरुदायो धनरथः धनुः पौष्पं मौर्वी मधुकरमयी पञ्चविशिखाः वसन्तः सामन्तो मलयमरुदायो धनरथः
तथाप्येकः सर्वं हिमगिरिसुते कामपि कृपाम् तथाप्येकः सर्वं हिमगिरिसुते कामपि कृपाम्
तथाप्येकः सर्वं हिमगिरिसुते कामपि कृपाम् तथाप्येकः सर्वं हिमगिरिसुते कामपि कृपाम्
अपाङ्गात्ते लब्ध्वा जगदिदमनङ्गो विजयते अपाङ्गात्ते लब्ध्वा जगदिदमनङ्गो विजयते
अपाङ्गात्ते लब्ध्वा जगदिदमनङ्गो विजयते अपाङ्गात्ते लब्ध्वा जगदिदमनङ्गो विजयते
तथाप्येकः सर्वं हिमगिरिसुते कामपि कृपाम् अपाङ्गात्ते लब्ध्वा जगदिदमनङ्गो विजयते तथाप्येकः सर्वं हिमगिरिसुते कामपि कृपाम् अपाङ्गात्ते लब्ध्वा जगदिदमनङ्गो विजयते
तथाप्येकः सर्वं हिमगिरिसुते कामपि कृपाम् अपाङ्गते लब्ध्वा जगदिदमनङ्गो विजयते तथाप्येकः सर्वं हिमगिरिसुते कामपि कृपाम् अपाङ्गते लब्ध्वा जगदिदमनङ्गो विजयते
धनुः पौष्पं मौर्वी मधुकरमयी पञ्चविशिखाः वसन्तः सामन्तो मलयमरुदायो धनरथः तथाप्येकः सर्वं हिमगिरिसुते कामपि कृपाम् अपाङ्गते लब्ध्वा जगदिदमनङ्गो विजयते धनुः पौष्पं मौर्वी मधुकरमयी पञ्चविशिखाः वसन्तः सामन्तो मलयमरुदायो धनरथः तथाप्येकः सर्वं हिमगिरिसुते कामपि कृपाम् अपाङ्गते लब्ध्वा जगदिदमनङ्गो विजयते
धनुः पौष्पं मौर्वी मधुकरमयी पञ्चविशिखाः वसन्तः सामन्तो मलयमरुदायो धनरथः तथाप्येकः सर्वं हिमगिरिसुते कामपि कृपाम् अपाङ्गते लब्ध्वा जगदिदमनङ्गो विजयते धनुः पौष्पं मौर्वी मधुकरमयी पञ्चविशिखाः वसन्तः सामन्तो मलयमरुदायो धनरथः तथाप्येकः सर्वं हिमगिरिसुते कामपि कृपाम् अपाङ्गते लब्ध्वा जगदिदमनङ्गो विजयते.
Let's look into the meanings of the sixth verse. This verse continues to talk about Manmatha or Kamadeva. There was an Asura named Tarakasura. He got a boon that he can only be killed by Shiva's son, Lord Shiva's son. He assumed that Shiva, as a yogi, will only be in penance all the time, and so there was no chance for Shiva to get a son. Being invincible, at least he thought he was invincible, so he started troubling the world. Devas were the worst affected due to the havoc caused by Tarakasura, so they request Manmatha to disturb the penance of Shiva so that Shiva and Parvati can unite. Shiva comes out of penance, and when he finds out that Manmatha is responsible for disturbing his penance, he opens his third eye and burns Manmatha. We already saw how Manmatha gets back his life as Ananga, or the one without physical body. Anga means the physical body, and Ananga is absence of it.
Shankaracharya beautifully describes Manmatha. Manmatha has a bow made up of flowers, bowstring made up of honeybees, has just 5 arrows, has spring season as his assistant, has the Malaya winds as his chariot. But that Manmatha, who is without a physical body and is alone with fragile bows and arrows, is able to conquer the entire world just because he obtained a side glance of Devi. Apangate means side glance. Just a side glance of Devi is enough for Manmatha to conquer the entire world. He has bow made up of flowers, bowstring which is made up of honeybees, and he has like arrows which cannot harm anybody, and has an assistant Vasanta Ritu, which lasts only 2 months. And the chariot Malayamarut, the breeze is not even reliable as it cannot blow in all directions and all the time. With so much of weakness inherent in him, how is this Manmatha or Kamadeva able to enslave the entire world? He is able to do this only because of Devi's blessings on him.
Yeah. So what is inferred here is that with the side glance from Ambal, Manmatha, who is the greatest devotee of Devi, attains oneness with Devi. As mentioned earlier by Sri Raghuji about the 12 important upasakas of Devi, Manmatha is a very important upasaka of Devi who had great devotion for her. He attains oneness with her and thus gets all the powers of Devi. This is the reason why Manmatha conquers the world, being a powerless individual with no support. Even saints, sages, and rishis have not been able to escape from Manmatha.
In the Mantra Shastra, Manmatha's Bija or Kamaraja Bija is a powerful mantra. In Yajurveda, in the Aruna Prashnam, which is about the Upasana of the Surya Mandala, again you should know that there is the Upasana of the Sri Chakra within that Surya Mandala. It goes like this. Acheta yascha chetanaha satam manima vindat so nanguliravayat so grivav pratyamunjat so jihvo ashaschata naitam rishim videtva nagaram pravishet. The meaning of this Vedic mantra from the Yajurveda is Kamadeva has no physical body, has no emotions in him, but can reside as the Chetana in everybody. He gets the important money or gem called Srividya. He has no fingers, but he is able to grasp and hold everyone with passion. He doesn't have a neck, but wears the gem. He does not have a tongue, but is able to taste. He is the Rishi or the seer of the Ananga Vidya and Upasana Marga of Devi. One cannot enter the Sri Chakra Puja without having realized him. That is what Vedas say. Yesterday was the Valentine's Day, and what a coincidence that we are talking about Manmatha today. He gets to be celebrated by the entire world. It should probably be called Kamadeva Day.
So we just finished learning to chant and recite the 5th and 6th shlokas of Soundaryalahari. May the Guru Mandalam continue to bless us all to do this sadhana. Do join us tomorrow, same time, to learn the 7th and 8th verse. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Namaste.
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha.